So a company called Moman reached out to me last month and they've sent me over their newest RGB light. It's a type of light that I've wanted for quite some time now, so I was definitely happy to try it out. So they haven't told me what to say or anything in this video. It's just going to be from my own experiences over the last few weeks of using it, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I think of it. So to start with, I'll go over a few key features that you'll most likely want to know if you're interested in buying the light for yourself. Firstly, it has a CRI rating of above 96. And if you don't know what CRI is, it stands for Color Rendering Index. And basically it's to do with the quality of the light that it produces and how accurate the color of the light is when tested against a light that has a CRI over 100. So a perfect CRI. The light is magnetic. It charges via USB-C and charges from 0 to full in approximately 2 hours. It comes with a small rubber diffusion to take the harsh edge off and give a little bit of a softer light. It also comes with an adjustable hot shoe adapter that you can screw onto a light stand, or even if you wanted to have it on top of your camera as a on-camera light. It weighs 300 grams, costs £100. The build quality is very, very nice and feels like a really high grade quality metal. It is smaller than my Google Pixel 2 phone, and at 100% brightness the battery lasts for roughly 2.5 hours. So you've got 3 different modes within this light, and the first mode is HSI. This is where you can dial in the color you want from anywhere within the 360 degrees color spectrum. Also within this HSI you can also control the saturation so that you can have a lighter shade or stronger shade of that certain color. Secondly, you've got your CCT mode, which is a standard mode where you can control the light via its temperature anywhere between 2500 Kelvin to 8500 Kelvin. And lastly, you've got Cine mode that allows you to simulate certain types of lighting effects such as candlelight or fire, TV or computer screen lighting, lighting from a police car, ambulance or fire truck. There's also a mode that allows you to transition either quickly or slowly between the full color spectrum, which I guess could be used to create a stylized look for, let's say, a music video, or just something you could have in the background to simulate lighting in a bar or a club. So I think for myself personally, using this light, I'd probably most likely use it as a background light just to add a little bit of pop, a little bit of color to, let's say, a boring background or a background that just only has a white wall, for example. I'm actually using it right now in the background and the color is set to a pinkish tone. Obviously you can set it to whatever you want, but that's just what I decided on today. I think I'll also definitely use it as a rim or kicker light just to highlight something from the background, whether that be a product or a talent as well. And another possible way I could see myself using it is putting it inside practical lights to simulate a practical bulb, but just with a bit of a higher quality light, and also being able to dial it into the exact temperature that I want. It's definitely a great light to have, something that small and portable. You can put it into little areas that you wouldn't be able to put any other kind of light, let's say inside a cupboard or a fridge or something, if you needed to light that kind of environment up. It could also be a good light just to have with you just for events, for example, if you're traveling light and you've only got a small bag. For example, if you're doing weddings and you want to light up a dance floor, just having a small light like this really can't hurt. Like I said, it's smaller than a phone. As far as downsides go, I think the only couple of things I would say is that the scene modes, as much as I like them, I think they're not all that good. I like the police car one and I like the fire one. I think they work quite well. Not quite sure about the TV one. I'm not sure if the randomness setting of it is good enough to be able to pull that off, but you tell me what you think. And yeah, I think that could do with a little bit of work just in terms of like the lightning effect and the TV effect. For example, they could do with a little bit of changing the randomness of the effect a little bit more. But if you're not too interested in using those effects, like I said, the fire one works great for me, the candlelight fire one, and the police car ambulance one, that seems to work really, really well. So there's still some really, really good effects in there. Also, I think another nice feature that could have been added would be to control the light remotely via, let's say, an app or at least some kind of remote control, just for those times where you want to be across the room controlling the light remotely, or there might be times where you can't physically get to the light And in that case, you want to be able to turn it on and off to save battery, and also to be able to change the brightness or the color, etc. In that case, having a application or at least a remote control would be really, really handy. And I think that's something that Moman could take on and perhaps introduce into their future models of this kind of light. But yeah, that being said, it's amazing. They're probably the only two things that I would give feedback on. And I'm really, really enjoying having this light around, to be honest. As you can see, I'm probably going to be using it in every single video that I make now, at least having it off in the background or as a rim light, as I mentioned earlier. If you did want to pick up the light yourself, I've got a affiliate link down in the description where you can pick it up from. And thank you very, very much for watching this little review. If you've got any other questions, drop them down below and I'll be happy to answer them, obviously. And chuck the video a thumbs up if you found it useful, and subscribe if you want to see more stuff in the future. And yeah, have a wicked day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.